No, 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 no. We're good. We're good. That's gonna be good. Okay. Um, Sherlock Holmes. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Play by Play. My name is Sean Bouchard. This is the show where I play video games and talk about experience design. And we are playing Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishments. And we didn't get through a whole case last time. We got through like a third of a case last time, but I think we're like right near the end of the case. And so what I want to do is finish it out, and see sort of like where that goes. I don't think we're like right at the end. I think we're nearing the end, so I think there will be a little bit of gameplay. And then we didn't do a Q&A last week because it was AGDQ, and I can't remember if we did a Q&A before that because it was last year. But I feel like we're overdue for Q&A about Sherlock Holmes. So if folks have questions, I thought we could just talk for a little bit about this game, which I generally like, but I feel like it's starting to drag on a little bit. So let's see where we get and what's going on. This might be the end of Sherlock Holmes, in which case we'll do a little bit of research on the case outcomes because I am interested in that. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, the stream actually crashed. This is going to be interesting. The stream actually crashed at the end of last week's show. Right close to when I was gonna stop playing because if I recall, Hyperlight Drifter was running at AGDQ, but I got my fingers crossed that actually the stuff that we did last week got preserved because we didn't get to save. We are in fact still in Bloodbath. Now we did last week was interesting because we did a bunch of environmental puzzles of a sort that we haven't seen so far in this game. And honestly, if there's one argument to be made to continue playing Sherlock Holmes beyond this case and beyond this week, it's that they do seem to be building and maybe building towards something. It's a little bit hard for me to tell. Oh, this looks promising? Shit, I don't remember exactly what was going on. So, who killed Sir Rodney Bentcliffe? The mold can be used to create an ice reproduction of the golden knife. See, I feel like we did that, but let's go do that again. Oh, right. This was insane. Yeah. Oh, this is where it crashed. Okay. All right, so we're going to try this. Yeah, so last week we sort of encountered a temple, like an ancient Roman temple, that had all manner of mazes and traps embedded in it. Very Indiana Jones. Which is a different sort of gameplay, I guess, than we've seen in the previous sections. It uses the same core mechanics.
We need to reach minus 20 degrees Celsius to fully freeze the water inside the mold. Before beginning, I must remember that I have enough ice and salt for no more than 4 attempts.
Okay, so I get 4 attempts. Okay, last time I did this once and it didn't work. It's unclear to me why that is. Here's my strategy. I think it's a matter of timing. You put ice cubes in, and then you put salt in, then you put ice cubes in, then you put salt in. But you time it so that you're achieving like maximum negative result every time, which like physically doesn't make any sense to me. So maybe it's wrong, but that's sort of how I feel like the game is suggesting I proceed. So I'm going to try that.
Holmes, look.
I'm going to put in
Temperature
ice.
is reducing.
And then I'm not going to put in anything until it turns into an equals, and then I'm going to put in salt. No, damn it, I didn't want a plus. And I'm going to pick up the ice pick, and I'm going to put in ice. And I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to put in salt. And then I'm going to wait, and I'm going to put in ice. And then, is this working? I don't know that this is working. Like, I am definitely getting close to the -20, but I was getting close last time too. Is this gonna do it? I mean, that's awfully close either way. That is not gonna do it. Okay, so shit.
We cannot be making it correctly. Let us try again.
Seriously?
And be precise with the timing.
Okay, all right. Now I remember there's another suggestion that maybe I could somehow crank it. Although I don't see a way that I can crank or shake or stir it, which is what I would really want to do. There's also, that drives me so fucking insane, because here's what I'm thinking right now. There was a total of like 3/4 of a second where the thing was going up, was raising in temperature rather than going down. So if I was like a little bit more on the ball, would it get to -20? If I did it like exactly right, would it get to -20? This, regardless of what the correct solution is and whether that's possible or not, this breaks sort of a fundamental rule of user-facing design, which is I've heard sort of expressed better, I think, in terms of platformers. That in a platformer, if there's a jump, if there's a distance between two platforms that the player cannot make, like that cannot be jumped, it should be at least double the distance of what the player can make. Because it is really frustrating as a player to be unsure. It's the uncertainty that's a killer. It's not even the frustration of like failure or doing it wrong or needing to try like multiple times or trying to hone that skill. It's the uncertainty of I just can't tell whether this is something that I can do or not. All right, so we're gonna try this again. We're gonna try this again this time. We're just gonna do it real fast, I guess.
And then the mixing. It should be elementary.
Ice,
we need
salt,
to
and
reach
then the mixing.
minus
See, I
20
want to
degrees
mix
Celsius
in between
to fully
each one,
freeze the water inside the mold.
but it doesn't
Before
seem like there's a way to
beginning,
do that.
I must remember that I have enough ice and salt for no more than 4 attempts. Ice, salt, and then the mixing. It should be elementary. We need to reach minus 20 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. Okay.
Holmes, look. The temperature is
Okay. Fast. Wait. Go. Yeah, that's also a good point. Like, is there no other way we could do this? Go. I guess I am also allowed to skip it, but that feels like
Excellent.
cheating. Holy
Now we
shit,
must
that's
check
exactly
to
what it
ensure
was.
that it is adequately frozen.
Okay.
An ice weapon for a cold-blooded murder. An ice knife. A surprising and yet a very
Super
brilliant
surprising.
idea.
We
It's the
definitely
perfect
didn't come up
weapon.
with this theory
It
the
enables one to
very
kill a
first
man
thing
and
as soon
then
as the case
eat
started.
meals. The only trace it leaves is a small puddle on the ground.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Okay. Oh, I see. I got some brain stuff that I can do. So there's the champagne, and it was the ice in the champagne was used to make an ice dagger somehow. Right, okay, so those things. The ice knife, the murderer hid the weapon inside the ice bucket with champagne. After the attack, the ice knife was left to melt, so causing an excess of water in the blood pool. Makes sense to me. Okay, Garrow. If I accuse one of these people of something... Oh, no. Oh, I see. Interesting. Huh. Okay. We'll look at that shit more carefully in a minute. What was that? Oh, that's this. Sir Rodney's secret was an important discovery, a metaphorical bomb, but not an actual bomb, because that would be an entirely different sort of mystery. He could use it as a powerful means of annihilating anyone who stood his way. Oh, no, wait. Like a literal bomb. Sir Rodney's secret was an important discovery, a metaphorical bomb that could... he could use it as a powerful means of annihilating anyone who stood in his way, and he alone might take the fame and glory. What the hell is this talking about? Motives. Stop takeover. Even if Pitkin is the owner of the baths, he will surely lose them, for this major discovery will change everything. It will turn the baths into a permanent excavation site to preserve the research. It will never achieve the commercial status that Pitkin desires. So there's a Pitkin with the ice knife. He killed Sir Rodney to conceal their discovery, the only way to save the Roman baths from upcoming excavations. He intended to start his own business. He used an ice-made reproduction of the golden knife of Mithras. Okay, well, hold on just a second, because there's also definitely these other guys. That dude did seem more or less sincere. This dude did seem like, I don't know, it's hard to know, maybe he was crazy. Alright, motive paranoia. I don't know if it's paranoia. Well, maybe paranoia. I think this guy, like, honestly thinks himself a member of the cult of Mithras and worships some sort of otherworldly being, and was perhaps motivated by that. Garrow's suffering was too great. After Sir Rodney's grand discovery, Garrow lived in fear of Mithras' curse, and so developed heightened feelings of paranoia. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's possible. And then Garrow could kill him with the ice knife. Fit of obsession due to his intense nervous state. Only way to ease the suffering was to perform a ritual killing. He used an ice knife, ice-made reproduction. Okay, all right. What about this guy, though? So it's basically just choose one of the three dudes. They all have they have different motives, but they had the same weapon and opportunity. I mean, death would be to his financial benefit and would allow him to emerge as a luminary in his field. Use an ice made, yeah. Okay, and then theoretically, there was also this silver knife, right? So, murderer hid the weapon in the clouded steam room. He then placed the knife in the brazier in order to destroy it, which resulted in the melted silver that we found. I mean, this is super weird. Oh, God. This is super weird to me because we've got two clues. One of them is that the area around the stab wound had more water than would be expected. It was diluted, almost as though he was stabbed with an ice knife and it melted. But there also was this like blob of silver in the brazier, right? Brazier, also not brazier, in the brazier. Which if he was stabbed with an ice knife, where the hell did that come from? Hold on, I'm gonna go back and look at the... Oh, interesting. I'm gonna go back and look at the facts of the case a little bit more. I just got to decide who killed Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. I could go do some more interrogation potentially. All right, so I got an ice cast of the knife. I got the actual knife. I got a silver cast of the knife. I used this to get through the maze, I believe. I don't remember. Oh, this just was a hint at like how you could make an ice knife, I guess. There was a handmade ice maker, so somebody definitely made some ice. But not necessarily at the murder scene, although I guess maybe they went there after the murder. It's unclear. Is there a scenario maybe where somebody made a silver knife and then cast it away? Like, did both of these things happen? Melted metal turned out to be Britannia quality silver. What the heck was a metal plate? I don't remember that. So Rodney had a ring. There was a Roman coin. Long and curved murder weapon. Letter from Sir Gregory Pitkin threatening the work of Mr. Blinkhorn, but not necessarily threatening murder. Garrow is using St. John's wort powder, provokes strong psychological side effects if misused. A key found underneath Sir Rodney's body. Philip sent a telegram from the post office at 7:30 this morning. What did it say? Unopened bottle of champagne and ice bucket were found in the bath's changing room. Is that unusual? That, like, seems unusual to me, but... How are we supposed to figure out the answer? That's exactly my question. It seems like we've been given 3 suspects and 2... murder weapons, 2 accounts of what could have happened. And there's not a lot from like my reckoning to suggest like one of these over the other. It's weird. Like there doesn't seem maybe we're missing evidence. Maybe there's additional evidence that we could find. I feel like I've been pretty thorough though. Right hand tensed. Desperate mummy. By the eye he was punished, for he saw he was not worthy. The mummy is believed to be Roman rather than Egyptian. Okay. Initiation. Manager at the baths, Sir Gregory Pitkin. It was quite a nuisance at the start when I arrived. After you stepped in, he became rather more helpful. Occasionally, people of his rank are not well suited to a work of such great magnitude. They lack the necessary vision. In a few weeks' time, I hope to bring good news to the Strand Lane Baths. I am on the verge of discovering a major archaeological artifact, one that might be used politically by your party to demonstrate the strength of our ancestors and fulfill the need to protect our empire from any present and future threats. Yeah, it's being suggested that like some of it is instinct, which I get. What? Your thesis exams, what is this? The gastrophetes were the, like, catapult, the siege weapons, right? Damn it. Hold on, let me stop that. Okay. So I don't know what this means. Our thesis exams are just ahead. You're the so-called brain of your improbable duo. I have to warn you that my gastrophetes model an ancient Greek crossbow, not the medical device to relieve constipated people, as you have thought, is not to be touched, or else I'll have to inform Mr. Wormwood about everything you've done the past 2 years. I ate Hobbs' tuna sandwich. I don't remember where I found this. I guess it was at the dig site, maybe? I don't know what that is. Knife use. Sherlock Holmes could use a better cataloging system, I guess is what I'm saying. The knife used by Mithras for the terectomy, the sacrifice of the bull, it was originally a curved sacrificial blade, Persian origin. It's curved from 5 to 15 degrees. Radically curved sword. Family includes Shamir, Scimitar, Talbar, Kali, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well. Cult of Mithras was a mysterious religion practiced within the Roman Empire from around the 1st to 4th century AD. Seven grades of initiation, ritualistic meals, underground tombs, iconic scenes, dark eye, more eye imagery, melt their valuables in the fire, sub-Saharan tribes burned fruits, the rich Roman family spared no expense, melting silver or tin. It's not recorded if such valuable offerings were thrown away. The ashes were later reused. Okay. Covert. Example of the Mithraeum of Dio and France is interesting. And yeah, all about the temple stuff. The research efforts were about to be halted when a savior arrived in the form of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Rodney has taken over immediate control of the excavation, claiming that the site holds great key to great mystery. Few among us who could claim any degree of unfamiliarity with the name Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. He is a gentleman who possessed the wealth, notoriety, and vigor to well match the finest of his ilk abound in England. I don't know if that was really a sentence. His intellect is equal to his charms and has often been declared by the young ladies of the European aristocracy. He holds powerful connections. Unforgiving, authoritarian, determined, ambitious. Success for all concerned. Press conference at the Strand Lane Baths next month. Shine the light of our national treasures on our national treasures and reveal them. I would like to see many journalists. I should like to recall my old friendship with Lord Blackmore and use the special funds of the Royal Archaeological Institute. Okay, well. Right eyeball has been burst. Pierced by the hilt of a curve-bladed knife. Pierced to the hilt. Makes more sense. Blade cut through the orbit of the frontal bone, ripping a part of the frontal lobe and the corpus callosum. Cut through the orbit of the frontal bone. Like, does that... How hard is that? Would an ice knife be able to do it? At the upper lobe of the right lung, there's an old injury filled with an amount of mucus. Chronic infection. He was a tomb raider. That's it. Today I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Dear sir, the interests that I represent require the situation of the baths to be changed for the better. At the present time, the frigidarium excavations remain under your direction, yet the works have not progressed. You have failed to find anything of value, and we are unable to make the frigidarium accessible to the public. Frigidarium is a valuable asset in the recreation of the Roman bath experience, in quotes. I urge you to complete your work within the next 2 months. You have this remaining time to conclude your archaeological research and find yourself another workplace. I don't know, man. It sounds like this was sort of a... This is threatening that because there's, like, no progress. There's nothing to show for this inconvenience. Like, I don't know. It might be great if they actually found something. Eve is telling me that the whatever the part of the bone, the part of the skull that you would have to pierce in order to stab somebody through the eye is not the thickest part of the skull. I'm not sure if this game cares about the exact physics of this. I hear you, and yet, like, what is it that I'm supposed to be going off of? Because honestly, are these my three guys down here? I got Pitkin, Garrow, and Blinkhorn. I mean, like, any of these three guys definitely could have done it. And even if I evaluate their motives and pick the one that seems the most likely, which is probably this guy, as much as I hate to say it, except maybe the myopia. Hold on. Then, like, what's the deal with the knife? Because it sure seems like he was stabbed with an ice knife and somebody had the material to make a knife out of ice and to, like, conspicuously bring it in and stab a guy with it. But also the exact same thing about a silver knife. And why? So I guess, okay, all right. But if it was this guy... See, this guy, I think, believes that he was actually cursed. So, So like, why would he murder him? Like, I don't think that well, I don't know. I guess he's disturbed. Who can say? This guy like seems like he just wanted the archaeology, so I don't think it's him. It could be this guy. It's basically like this dude has the least ability to defend himself, and so he seems the most guilty or potentially guilty. But then, like, what for any of these guys, why would they choose an ice knife over a silver knife? I would say an ice knife for all of the reasons, like, classically that you stab somebody with an ice weapon and then the weapon disappears, right? But then what the fuck was the silver doing there? This is all nonsense. Oh yeah, Pitkin was an asshole. That's right. But like, why would he stab somebody in his bath, right? If his goal is to prevent the archaeological finding from becoming public because somehow that's going to interfere with business, wouldn't stabbing a dude in your steam baths also interfere with business? That seems like not a good plan. So I'm gonna say no, not that dude. Garrow saw the body first. Sir Rodney brought the champagne. If Sir Rodney brought the champagne, then it would be hard to use it to Okay, alright. I'm going with silver. I'm going with silver knife because there was definitely, like, silver found at the scene of the crime. All of the ice stuff is sort of circumstantial. Like, there was an ice maker, but the ice maker is also pictured in the photograph and can be used for making ice cream. There was a bottle of champagne. There was, like, a chilled bottle, but there's no evidence that it was actually used to conceal a knife, and Sir Rodney apparently brought it. I mean, unless Pitkin brought it and was covering himself, but I don't even want to go there. So, silver knife. And then this guy seems like he just wants his baths. This guy seems like he just wants his archaeology. And he's giving Rodney all the credit, right? Like, if his whole plan was to take credit, he's doing a terrible job of it. Blah, 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 blah. Yesterday we had a small argument. He was going to attend the London Archaeological Congress. Then he advised me to quite the opposite. Garrow always looks sad. He's been acting strange. He's having visions. Alright. I'm convinced. Silver knife. Garrow. Tortured. Forget this. Okay. Alright. Let's go back to the police station just to make sure we didn't miss anything. I'm a little bit annoyed at how long that B message stays up after
Locked.
I've done the thing. Because I am pretty sure that I have exhausted that thing. Do I really want to interrogate people again?
I'm not sure that I can be helpful.
I'm trying to rest.
No, I can't. I can't even.
Do you have something else
Alright,
to ask me?
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
fine. It's all fine. Whatever. I have examined the body. I've seen all of this. It's all green already. Is there anything more in here? No, there's definitely not. Okay. Why is this still up? You found and utilized all the clues in the case. Please proceed to the deduction space and form your conclusions. Okay, well, I think there we go. We're done. We're doing it. He's a psychopath, unable to determine if his actions were deliberately manipulative or due to genuine illness. He needs to be put away for life. Or send him to a sanatorium for appropriate treatment. He cannot be held responsible for his crime, as he was under the strong psychotropic effect of St. John's wort. He may yet be cured. Strong psychotropic effect? Really? Oh, Jesus. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Hold on, real quick. He's a counselor at the district chamber, so he was a lawyer. Yeah, I mean, have you checked the other clue page with the squares? What does that mean with the squares? This one? I'm not Coco Kringle, if you could specify. I'm not sure. The evidence page, this page, this evidence page, I've got his St. John's wort. Like, he definitely was taking St. John's wort. It provokes strong psychological side effects if misused. That's what it says. So I gotta take that at face value. There's one. So the only thing about this, oh Jesus Christ, guys, the only thing about this is the glasses. The room was so hot I had to remove my glasses. I was not feeling very well in there. But you found the body. I saw the knife flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember. Everything it was shining like gold. That was definitely something that you imagined. I don't know. Like, I do feel like if he had, God, the suspect who says, "Oh, it's all my fault," it's definitely not the one who did it. So, if he had severe myopia and it was steamy in the steam room and he had to take his glasses off, would he have the accuracy to stab the dude right in the eye? Man. Could the knife have been fired from Gastrofeet? Yeah, probably. That's probably what happened. Okay, so all right, hold on. If I rule out that dude, then who do I got? Pitkin and this guy, Percival Blinkhorn. You'd have to be up close, like face to face, but he could have been, right? Like, yeah, I'm sticking with it. I think that's a... Okay, but so the question is he a cultist, or is he just, like, mismedicated and acting paranoid? And he super seems like he's a cultist. But is he a cultist who would, like, is he really a cultist? Yeah, he is.
Mr. Garrow, the game is up. I see straight through you.
You see straight... What?
You have a decided talent in mind manipulation. We all believed your comedy. The medication...
Oh
almost
shit, is that what I
pricked me,
chose?
admit, but all of it was fake. The hallucinations, the hysteria. Mr. Garrow, you are a dangerous psychopath and a clever murderer. The method by which you disposed of the crime weapon...
Oh my god.
I guess that is.
I killed him.
I guess that
It is
is.
no use to deny it. I despise cowardice in any form.
Okay, maybe I should have chosen the other one.
What will you do with me?
You will be sent to a medical institute, where you will receive the best treatment to facilitate your full rehabilitation.
What the good Dr. Watson is trying to say is, life seclusion in a lunatic asylum awaits you.
I would rather be dead.
That is your choice.
Shit, dude. Okay. Well. Holmes is like yeah, I feel like I can replay the ending. Do you want to replay the conclusion? The game will load before the moral choice was made. Yes. I still think it's him, which, like, honestly, who the fuck knows? But I feel like it's more likely to be him than anybody else. But it does seem like he is maybe not in his right mind, and the medication may have something to do with that.
Mr. Garrow, allow me to introduce you to Dr. Watson.
Mr. Garrow, please do not
Interesting
be alarmed.
how this
We only
changes.
wish to help you. You were under an intolerable stress, but it's over now.
What?
I can attest that your medication affected your judgment. You will not recall, but it caused you to temporarily lose control.
Interesting.
Did I? Are you saying I killed Sir Rodney?
I am afraid so. For as my doctor will persist in reminding me every single day, drugs can be harmful. You developed a malevolent obsession with Sir Rodney. You believed him to be unworthy, sacrilegious.
Yes, that
Do
sounds...
not distress yourself. Prison is clearly not a suitable environment for you.
What is my environment then?
You're suffering from an acute form of melancholia, but you can and will be cured. All you need is rest and detoxification. I will take care of every detail.
Okay, I do feel better about that. Okay. We're gonna take that. The save file, I forgot this. The save files for this case will be removed. Press no if you'd like to select another moral choice. Okay, this is a little bit of a short segment. This is like 45 minutes. But let's take a break here. I'm gonna put up a straw poll in chat. Do you guys want to keep playing Sherlock Holmes? Are we like super into this? Because I feel like I got nothing against this game. It's good. Maybe it's going somewhere, but I also feel like maybe I've gotten everything out of it that I really need to, and we could move on to something else later on or next week if that is what we would like to do. In which case, I'd be interested in seeing what the interface looks like for checking your answer, and we will check the other answers. How much longer is the game if we do play it? This was the third, I think. Was this the third case? And I think there are 5. It's something like that. So we're probably about halfway through the whole game. I do not yet have a Hitman game that we can play. I thought that I did, because I searched through my Steam library and I have an old copy of Hitman Blood Money, but I can't run it properly on this computer with the streaming up. So I'm going to have to find a different version. Okay, alright, so we're going to take a break. I'll be back in a minute. Tacoma is probably what we would go back to, like, immediately. It sounds like there's some energy around Tacoma. We'll be back in just a minute. We'll do a Q&A. We'll do the end of this and a Q&A, and then figure out what we're going to do next. Okay?